Hey everybody, you already know what we're doing. I'm gonna be doing a reading. I don't know what it is, y'all. Well, okay, yesterday I was really busy. Like, I just did not have time to do a reading. Honestly, I think that's just an excuse though, because yeah, you know what? I'm just making excuses for myself. So I'm not even gonna sit here and say that I did not have the time, because honestly, I could have made time to do a reading yesterday, but I just didn't feel like it. I didn't feel like it. I didn't want to do it. I didn't. So that's the excuse. You know, because you can always make time for something if you truly want to, and I just was not in the mood to do it. So I've honestly just been really tired lately, and yeah, I don't know. There's been a lot going on outside of myself, within myself. I really haven't been doing too much, like, I don't know. I need to do get more into some shadow work again, and I've just not been doing it. I don't know what's wrong with me lately. But one thing that I've learned, okay, over the years is that whenever we tend to shame ourselves or, talk bad about ourselves, the issue just seems to persist, right? It doesn't solve it. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't create a solution to the problem. So I'm not going to sit here and shame myself for not doing what I know I should be doing. So instead, we're just going to do it, right? We're just going to do it. I was like, let me do it right now before I make the excuse of not having time, because I have enough time right now to do it. So that's what we're doing. So we're going to see what the theme of the reading is. We're going to be using this. This is the Native Spirit Oracle deck. So we're just going to get a theme from this. So what is the theme? I just want one. What is the theme of this reading today? I just want one, please. Perfect. Oh, no, there's two. All of the ones that came out came in pairs, so I don't know. Teamwork of some sort. Interesting. This was actually the very first card that fell out, but it fell out with another card, so that's why I did not get it. But we have the Dream Traveler. Look how beautiful that is. Okay, so I'm going to read this one out of the book. All right, and it says, you are a channel for spirit. Trust your intuition, hunches, and gut reactions. This is a visionary card with the message that you're on the right path, even if it doesn't always seem like it. Well, I guess I needed this message too. Your higher self and spiritual guides, ancestors, and guardians are watching over you and supporting you. You are blessed, and you are a blessing. You are a dreamer in the most wondrous definition of the word. I love this. So you guys may be having dreams right now too that may be very vivid. Maybe some of you guys, don't really dream, and you're having a lot of dreams right now. Maybe, you do dream, but you just don't ever remember them. And like now you're starting to, when you awaken, you remember pieces of it. So you may be getting a lot of, messages or even guidance through your dreams. For me personally, that's like one of the biggest ways of me receiving messages is through my dreams, because I have very good memory. like I can tell you a dream that happened like fucking 6 years ago, you know. So, you know, maybe you're somebody who is like that, or again, like I said, maybe you're just somebody who, you know, can't remember their dreams, and now you're starting to remember, you know, certain aspects of it. I would definitely recommend that you guys write them down, because it may be almost like a puzzle in a sense, right? One dream may give you certain information, and then another dream will give you certain information, and then so on and so forth. And then when you're looking back at the information that you've written down, you know, there may be things that tie into one another. So again, it's like a puzzle, right? So I'm gonna, the suggestion for this is, before going to sleep, place a journal next to your bed. Most dreams are forgotten within less than 10 minutes. So it's essential to record them as soon as you can upon waking. When the dream traveler card chooses you, it's essential to watch your dreams. Profound and even life-changing messages can come through. Love that. So, all right. This is going to be definitely about our intuition, you know, really listening to ourselves, really paying attention, you know, to the dreams that we're having. So let's see. So what are these dreams that we're having? What are the messages? Let's try and see if we can get some clues. This was actually the very first card on the pile. So we have the 4th house, which is roots. So essentially this could be something, I am going to read some of it out of the book just because I'm not very familiar with the houses in astrology like that. I just know very little information about it. I know that if I'm correct, I think that the 4th house deals with like family, like home matters, but we'll get a little deeper into that here in a minute. Let me look though, because, you know, a lot of the times I do like to read intuitively into the messages. Okay, let's see. I don't even know. Okay. Ooh, I love this. Okay, because that's kind of the energy I was picking up too, that it could be something that's, you know, there may be something that your dreams are showing you that's connected, you know, to the past. So let's see. It says your question may somehow be rooted in the past. The 4th house is ruled by the moon and governs the feelings, all the ways we are touchy and emotional, dreams, and our soul yearnings. Look at that, dreams. Awesome. It signifies the home, family, and the earliest phase of childhood, even to the time shortly before birth when we are still in the womb. It is the babe within the womb. It is a cover that protects us from the world. This house represents giving, nourishment, and safety. It symbolizes mothering and motherhood, and also the father who is able to mother and nurture his offspring. Because I do believe that the 4th house is ruled by Cancer, and Cancer is ruled by the moon. So you may have Cancer placements in the 4th house, or you just may be somebody who really resonates with the moon, okay? So to me, this is more so, it may be something within like the shadow aspect, okay? I know my readings contain a lot of shadow aspects, but guess what, you guys? That's something that I genuinely like to focus on, because to me, shadow work is like it's like the beginning process to healing, right? Shadow work helps you uncover certain things about yourself that maybe you weren't aware of, or maybe you were aware of, but you just didn't understand, you know, maybe why you had to deal with these things, or why you are the way that you are. And so a lot of the times, everything is very deeply embedded within us already. It formed within our childhood years. I always tell people that our childhood years are very prevalent. They are very, very important, okay? And a lot of people don't seem to understand, because some people will be like, well, I had a really great childhood. But even the smallest thing can cause trauma to a child, because a child is developing in a completely different way, right? We as adults, a lot of us don't understand that. A lot of us, it's like we think that children can understand us from an adult perspective, and that's just not the case. That's why we are their parents, we are their teachers, we are their guides. They learn from us, they learn from their environment, they pick up things from their environment, especially from when they are in the womb up until the age of 7. They're like sponges, they absorb everything. That's where their personalities are developed, is during that time. So, again, there may be something here that is trying to be shown to you in your dreams. And we're saying dreams specifically because that is the main card for this reading, is our dreams, okay? So let's see. So what is our dreams trying to reveal to us about our shadow? Do I want to take that? Yeah. Okay. I do. So we have the 8 of Cups. I love this card so much. It's so beautiful. The 8 of Cups is the ruler of our emotions, of our feelings. It's the element of water, which I love. You know what? This is just so amazing how all of this is just, I don't know, I love it. Because look, the first card, there's like a waterfall, right? So water, again, emotions, the moon, right? Our feelings, our subconscious mind. And then we have the 4th house, which is roots. This is also a moon card. This is a very emotional card. This is a watery card because it is governed by Cancer. Cancer is a water sign. And then we have the 8 of Cups, another emotional card, another feeling card, another watery card. I'm not sure what element rules the 8 of Cups, but it's obviously either Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. But there may have been something and then look, we have the moon too. I didn't even realize the moon was up there. The moon. But what I'm hearing is that there may be something that's being illuminated right now. Something that maybe we had some sort of like emotional attachment to. And it's being lit up right now, right? It's coming out from the shadows. It's coming out from the subconscious. The reason being is because it may be time to walk away from something, okay? Whether it's something that's happening now, because remember, the things that are happening now, most of the time are always connected to the past, okay? In some way, shape, or form, because remember, past, present, and future, it all exists within one, right? It's just all connected. So there may be something that's happening emotionally with you. You may be going through like a lot of emotions, like, emotional turmoil. But what I'm hearing, it's like it's preparing you. It's preparing you to walk away from it, okay? You're preparing yourself to leave something behind. You're not going to take any of these cups with you. You realize that none of these cups serve you. They don't have a purpose in your life anymore. Maybe at one point they did, right? Because everything here is to help us to grow and to learn from. But sometimes we have to leave things behind. There's nothing we can do about it anymore. And that's kind of like the feeling that I'm getting, is that there's something here. It's like it's building up, okay? Which makes a lot of sense with the whole dream part, and writing things down. It's like a puzzle piece. But there's something here that's building up, and it's getting ready to show you an aspect that you need to or are ready to leave behind. So, love that so much. which makes sense because look at the Six of Swords is at the bottom. Again, water, although the swords is the ruler of the mental capacity. It's air. But if you look closely, they're leaving these rough waters and they're going into calmer seas. You can see that up here, the water isn't as rough. It's more smooth. So again, maybe leaving behind something. It could be some sort of family. It could be like family drama as well. It could be a way that, you know, maybe your family perceived certain things. It could be in a sense, you know, maybe how your family viewed money. Okay, your beliefs about money, your beliefs about nurturing, about stability. For some of you guys, and this is just for some, okay, you may be getting a divorce, okay, realizing, it's almost like having this realization of, just because my parents stayed together doesn't mean that it's something that I need to do, because maybe you realize, you know, that with your parents staying together, it just caused more harm than anything else. So that's just for some of y'all, okay? I was gonna say too, it's almost like they're like the veil, which makes a lot of sense because it's October 1st. Around this time, the veil gets really thin, so it's like so much more easier to see things for what they truly are around this time. So I feel like it's gonna start getting easier for you guys to have like those aha moments. We also have the Five of Swords. Okay, I love this card. This is a card of Isis, Osiris, and Set. The story goes that Set is Osiris's brother, and I believe that he was like jealous of Osiris. I can't really remember why, okay, but you can look it up. You can do your own research if you're interested in it. But basically he was jealous of Osiris and he dismembered him. He cut him up into like a bunch of pieces, and like, I don't know if he scattered his body throughout like Egypt or he just buried them. It could have been both. But basically it was like Isis was like set out to like go and look for his body parts to put him back together, which is how he became the ruler of the afterlife. Osiris and Isis are married, okay, husband and wife. They had a son, Horus. But you know what, I kind of want to read, but anyways, this is a card of betrayal. Five of Swords, again, it's the element of air, it's the mind ruler, right? But anyways, this is a card of like, it's a card of betrayal, a card of deception, although the Seven of Swords is a better representation of deception. But let's see, let's go ahead and see. Now you guys, I used to not really care to really read out of the books, but there's times where I just love it, especially like certain tarot that I'm using or certain oracle cards that I'm using. I really love reading out of the books because the information that's in there is just beautiful, right? And it puts the card meaning in such a beautiful way. So we have the Five of Swords represents a fight won through deceit. Okay. Set overthrows his brother Osiris and is seen gloating over his brother's inconsolable wife, Isis. I hope I said that right. While Set represents a tyrant of a victor, Isis is defeated combat who will eventually bring about Set's defeat. So with it coming out upright, surrender, betrayal, bullying, violence, and crime. And it's funny because the word that's actually really sticking out to me is the bullying word. Okay. So maybe in your childhood, maybe you were somebody who was bullied, whether it was through your parents, siblings, you know, maybe going to school, you know, maybe as you grew older and into, you know, like an adult and went to work, you know, maybe you were bullied by your managers or your coworkers, you know. And for some of you guys, like I said, that's going to be shown to you through your dreams. Okay, you may be like having dreams of people maybe you haven't seen in a while, maybe you're not friends with them anymore, but it's almost like it's going to bring some sort of light out. Okay, so but the feeling that I'm getting, it's almost this feeling of this person may have felt like they won. Okay, just kind of like how Seth feels or felt, you know, he felt like he won. Okay, but in reality, you are going to be the one that rises above this. You. Because I do, like I said, I do feel like you are going to find that strength to eventually be able to leave this behind, to leave it in the past. Because remember, what we don't acknowledge now, it will keep persisting. If you're not doing anything about what you went through, it's going to keep persisting because it's still within the subconscious mind, within the subconscious body. It's still in here, okay? That's why it's so important to really acknowledge the shadow, because the shadow will come out and play, especially when we're triggered, especially when we're being challenged. Love that. Okay. Oops. All right, let's see. What else are we being shown? Let's see. Ooh, the 5th house. Creativity. So for some of you guys may be opening up to certain gifts, up to certain talents. Maybe even right now you have a certain gift, okay? Maybe you use it. Maybe you don't use it. Maybe you're aware of it. Maybe you're not aware of it. If I'm correct, I think that this is also the ruler of like children, romance. Let's go ahead and look a little bit because like I said, I'm not very familiar with the houses. It says, be happy. Give yourself the gift of happiness. If the zodiac had a fun house, it would be the 5th house. Pleasure, creativity, and children are all elements of this house. Being ingenious and in the limelight is another element. We find our childlike imaginations through storytelling and fantasy. Playing is very much what the 5th house is all about. That's why this part of the chart also rules over romance, especially the beginning stages, which makes so much sense, right? Because you get into a relationship and people call it the honeymoon stage, right? And it always goes great. It's fantastic. It's probably one of the most loving parts of a relationship is the first time you get with somebody. But because it feels like play, right? You're not being triggered quite yet in the beginning of those stages. It says this card turning up in a reading indicates that you have created or will begin to create something to be proud of, something that will bring others joys. It may have you on stage or just an area where adults can let down their hair and become as children, responsive, joyful, and free. So yeah, this is telling me as soon as we address this shadow that is going to be coming up for us, okay? I just say that during this fall, during autumn, we will be releasing a lot, okay? Especially in regards to something that has been very deeply rooted within us. So, yeah, you're definitely going to be letting go of a lot of things that no longer bring you joy, okay? You're going to be stepping into a period of fulfillment. Like, that's just what I'm getting, fulfillment. I'm seeing people just smiling and just having a really good time. But again, I do feel like it's going to be more so after this period of releasing, of really letting go. Okay, you're going to have a lot of aha moments. You're going to learn how to create joy for yourself. You're going to allow yourself to kind of tap back into that inner child and really listen to what your inner child has to tell you. The inner child is always within us. A lot of times it's very sad, very depleted, angry, okay? And all it wants is to be heard, and it wants to be seen. So you are going to be given this opportunity to be your own parent, okay? To reparent yourself, to reparent your inner child. That is so beautiful. I love that. Page of Coins. So yeah, you guys may embark on something, you know, you may start to build something for yourself again. For some of you guys, this may include another person, okay? That's just for some. For others of you, you guys may have already started to build on this. You may have kind of neglected it though, okay? So, you know, maybe you just kind of stopped putting effort into it, put it on hold, put it on pause, and now this is going to be an opportunity for you to keep going, okay? To keep creating this for you. The page is a very fresh energy. It's very childlike. So again, you may be bringing in more innocence, more creativity, some sort of purpose, okay? Some sort of meaning for you. And then we have Temperance. Love this card. So there's going to be, yeah, so there's going to be some sort of restoration that happens. And we have Water again. I'm actually going to read the Temperance card for you guys out of this book. Temperance is about balance and meditation. It is being mutable, recognizing when to change with times and when to change the situation itself. Identities are fluid, but their goodwill remains constant. So upright being, moderation, harmony, purpose, good influence, and reconciliation. So yeah, again, you guys are learning when to change self and when to change something physically outside of you. And it's not to say, let's say this is about a person, right? It's not to say that you're physically going to be able to change the person, because that will never happen. But you can physically change the environment, right? Maybe that means you set boundaries with somebody, you know, maybe that means that you learn how to say no, you know, you learn how to speak up for yourself. Maybe that means you actually walking away from something that you know no longer is working for you. And the other aspect of it could be like, okay, you know what? The situation is trying to show me something within my own self. Let me get to work on that. You know, let me start to understand what's going on within me. So it can go either way. Okay. They all just kind of flow within one another. Because what I'm seeing is like they're showing me like the DNA. You know how the DNA is like intertwined? Everything is connected. Everything is is trying to show you something about self. So it's just all around just so beautiful, honestly. So what is this bringing in for us? What is this bringing in? We're just going to go with it. Look at that. Transformation, It's so beautiful. I love these cards. Transformation, wisdom. Let's see what else. And patience, love that. So learning how to be more patient with yourself, with others. Okay. Learning when to be patient and learning when to take action, when to take off. This transformation is going to bring in a lot of wisdom. You may have been learning a lot of wisdom from all these changes, which then brings in that transformation as well, right? And purification, I love that so much. So it's a lot of purging that's going to be happening here. A lot of releasing, a lot of letting go, a lot of surrendering. Okay. I keep hearing face the sun, taking risks. Again, learning when to be patient and learning when to take off. Learning when to take a chance on yourself. Let's get one more. Just one more, please. An opportunity. To me, though, this may bring in other opportunities for you, but also the feeling that I'm getting more so with that is that this is going to be an opportunity for you guys to really be different, to look at something different, to go about things in a different way, okay? The bottom is illumination, and this card kept wanting to come out. It keeps coming out at the bottom of the deck. So you're going to be illuminating something. There's something here that's going, again, it's going to be shown to you. It's going to be brought up to the light. This is your opportunity to look at something different. What have you learned so far from it? What is the wisdom that you can acquire from this? Okay, where can you begin to transform? Where can you begin to purify? Where can you begin to be more patient? And where can you begin to take more risks within yourself? Because you are worthy. You are worth it. You deserve it. So let's get one last card. One last card for this reading. Just one, please. This is my favorite deck. I try to pull a card for myself from this deck every morning. I just haven't really been doing it too often, like I said, the last few weeks. But beautiful cards, beautiful messages. So we have the number 11. So we have 1111 messages in the numbers. So you may be shown specific numbers during this time, okay? But let's read a little bit from the book. It says, the universe is speaking to you through numbers from 1111 on your phone to the repeating number patterns that catch your eye. Information is being transmitted from the creative universal intelligence into your cellular awareness. You may feel energetic healing as you receive these transmissions of number frequencies. Numbers are energetic medicine. They are particular frequencies in universal language of love that helps heal and guide you. There are no negative numbers. Healing vibrations of numbers are working for your soul now. Which numbers do you notice most often at this time? The frequency of 1 is about beginnings, taking initiative, believing in yourself, and accepting the leadership role in which you step ahead of the curve, beyond the conscious of those around you, to guide the human race forward into love. The frequency of 2 brings healing around partnership and allows you to be helped by others, particularly in relationships, whether business or personal. The 2 indicates more can be gained by working with another. The frequency of 3 indicates a time to learn, write, teach, or develop new ideas. Collaborate with others and create win-win situations. It is also the number stamp of ascended masters, particularly multiple 3s, affirming their connection with you. The frequency of 4 brings angelic healing, divine order, and an influx of energy into the physical plane. It is a get things done energy, which can help you materialize desires. More than 1 4 in a row means the angels are speaking to you. Call upon their loving assistance to help you manifest your divine destiny. The frequency of 5 announces change and acceleration. An issue is resolving. Transformation is happening through divine alchemy. If you see a 5, let go. Allow what is happening to happen. Trust in the goodness behind all unfolding in your life. 555 was one of the numbers that was very prevalent in my life within the last few months. And every time I'd see it, I already knew. A part of me always knew like something's going to happen. Something is getting ready to change. And lo and behold, usually within like a week, hell, sometimes even a month, something would always happen. But I was prepared, and not in a negative way. I just accepted it. Like, I learned to accept it, and I learned to just be like, okay, something's going to happen. But it was always for the higher good. It always benefited me in the end. Even if in that moment it hurt or whatever, I knew that it was to help me. The frequency of 6 is love, money, beauty, and abundance. Many people are afraid of the 6 vibration, especially multiple 6s, which some teach of it as a sign of evil. So you know how they say 666 is the devil's number. No, there is no numbers that are evil. There's I think there is some sort of religions that kind of do believe in that. I personally don't. My belief is I personally don't. When I was studying quantum physics, that is one thing that it showed me, is that the universe is made up of numbers. It's very mathematical. There are no negative numbers. However, the 6 is a sign of material abundance and healing, of prosperity, love, and romance. The frequency of 7 indicates healing ability, channeling of spiritual wisdom, and the sage or teacher. It is a sign to accept what makes you unique and to balance your social life with restorative solitude. If you have asked about your life mission, the 7 indicates it is at least in part self-healing and very likely the healing of others too. This is actually a number I've been seeing a lot since yesterday, 777. I saw it like twice yesterday, so pay attention to what you're seeing. The frequency of the 8 asks you to step up into leadership that is not apart from others, but amongst them. Others may look to you as a role model or authority figure. Accept this with humility and remember to encourage others to find their own power. The frequency of the 9 is a highly spiritual energy indicating blessings, compassion, and ending of a cycle. It comes when resolution or unfinished business is taking place, so a new cycle can begin in due course. It also indicates the Christ consciousness and can be a message from any master that resonates with that energy, reminding you to trust your heart and ask for love to bless and assist you. And the frequency of 0 is a divine wild card. It amplifies the energy of the other numbers and places a divine stamp behind it. Any significant number accompanied by 0 is a message direct from the universe. It is a divine saying, I am sharing something true and special with you. Take note, for I am with you. So, pay attention. Was not meaning to read all that, but I felt like I should. Just so you guys can have an idea of what the numbers mean. Always trust yourself. Listen to your intuition. Maybe your intuition is telling you something completely different than what that book is saying. So always trust yourself, okay? That's what I want you guys to do, is to start trusting yourself. Start believing in yourself. Start feeling those sensations within the body, okay? Quit allowing your mind to run the show. You run the show, okay? Not this. This is very important too. Yes, we need it, right? It's more so of our survival mechanism, but start getting back in touch with your body so that way you know what is right for you and what is not. So that's all that I have for you guys today. Thank you for being here. I hope you guys have a lovely day. I hope you guys do something that makes you absolutely happy, and